Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my ninth lesson of D3 chapter number 9 exercise 9b, that is about the bearings, and in this lesson students will be learning and discussing that what are the bearings and how to calculate the bearing of any point. Recall my previous lesson that for the calculation of bearing we have to keep NTC rule in our mind. NTC, and what is NTC? That begin from the north, give your answer to three digit bearing and move in the clockwise direction. So let's read question number 9. Question 9 says a bus stop is 280 meters due north of the taxi stand. A bus stop is 280 meters due north of the taxi stand. Nora walks from the taxi stand in the direction of 050 degrees. Okay, and calculate how far she has to walk before she is equidistant from bus stop and taxi stand, as close as possible to bus stop and due east of the bus stop. These are the three different conditions given to us. So let's discuss each part one by one. So first it's important to read and understand the question. Question says that the bus stop is in the north of the taxi stand. That bus stop and taxi stand both are on the north position and they have the distance up 280 meters, or they are 280 meter apart from the taxi stand. Nora starts her movement on the bearing of 050 degree towards the bus stop, and what we have to do, we have to, in the first condition, we have to find the position that she is equidistant from bus stop and taxi stand. Suppose this is the position where she is stopping, and if she is at equal distance from bus stop and taxi stand, it means that C to T distance and C to P distance will be same. And recall that what type of triangle will be there if we have two sides equal. That will be isosceles triangle, and if the triangle is isosceles, so it means this angle will also be of 50 degrees, and we can easily find the third angle, 50 plus 50, 100, and this will be 80 degrees. This angle will be 80 degrees. Now in order to find the Nora's distance from the taxi stand such that she is at equal distance from taxi stand and bus stop, we have to find CT distance. So this is the oblique triangle, and we are given with one side and at least two angles, so we are going to apply sine law. So first part will be that CT is B upon sine 50 degrees. B upon sine 50 degrees equals to 280 upon sine 80, 280 upon sine 80, sine 80. Now what we have to do, we have to check the values of sine 50 and sine 80. Sine 50 degrees, 50 degrees, this is B upon 0.7660 equals to 280 upon sine 80, sine 80, and this is 0.9848, 0.9848, and now go for cross multiplication. 280 multiplied by 0.7660 divided by 0.9848. First get the product, multiply these two numbers. 280 multiplied by 0.7660, that is 214.48 upon 0.9848, 214.48 divided by 0.9848, and this gives me 217.79. 217, let me write it down, 217.79, and which is approximately equal to, nearest to three significant figures, it will be equal to 217 or 218 meters. Okay, nearest to 3 significant figures. Moving to the next part that says as close as possible to bus stop. As close as possible to bus stop. In this case, the point that we have to keep in our mind is that we have to remain at the shortest distance from that object. Okay, so this will be in Nora's position where she will be standing, and now we have to find out this TC distance. And now you can see that in this case, in the second case, the triangle becomes a right angle triangle, and we have to find with the reference of 50. This is adjacent. B part says, let me do B part over here, that this is adjacent upon hypotenuse, and that is cos 50 degrees equals to adjacent TC upon 280. Now cos 50, I have to check the value of cosine 50 degrees, and cosine 50 degrees is cos 50 degrees is 0.6427. 0.6427 equals to TC over 280. 280.6427 multiplied by 280 equals to TC. Now what I have to do, 0.6427 multiplied by 280, this is 179.956 TC, or TC is around 180, and distance is given in form of meters, so it will be 180 meters. And moving to the third part that says due east of the bus stop. So this is the bus stop, and she stands at such a position that she remains on the east of bus stop. Again, as she is standing on such position that she remains in the east of the bus stop, so she will be making a right angle at the vertex B, and we will have again right angle triangle with me. So in this case, the distance between taxi stand and Nora will become the hypotenuse. Again we have to apply adjacent upon hypotenuse, which trigonometric ratio, cos 50 degrees. Cos 50 degrees equals to adjacent 280 upon TC. Cos 50 is 0.6427 that we already have calculated. 0.6427 equals to 280 divided by TC. TC goes to that side, 0.6427 multiplied by TC equals to 280, or TC equals to 280 divided by 0.6427. 280 divided by 0.6427, and this gives me 435.6, or approximately 436 to the nearest 3 significant figures, 436 meters. I hope you are really clear about today's class. For next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.